Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you a book that really opened my eyes as a future English teacher. It's called Introducing Second Language Acquisition by Muriel Saville-Troike, and it's part of the Cambridge Introduction to Language and Linguistics series. This book has 7 chapters with 205 pages. This book is also equipped with several parts that will help us to read this book, such as answer guide to questions for self-study, glossary, and word index, which are located at the end of the book. And whether you are a language student, a teacher, or just curious about how we learn new languages, this book is a fantastic starting point. The book is a clear and practical introduction to the field of second language acquisition, aka SLA. It answers 3 big questions. What do learners come to know? How do they acquire this knowledge? And why are some learners more successful than others? It explores SLA from 3 major perspectives: linguistic, psychological, and social. It also includes both formal and informal learning settings, covering everything from classroom learning to natural language immersion, and compares L1 and L2 acquisition in depth. As a language education student, I immediately thought of my English class in high school before. I noticed how some of my friends pick up English really fast just from watching movies and playing online games. That's informal learning, but the others need structured classroom grammar drills. And in this book, explain how both types of learning play a role and why each student's experience is different based on factors like motivation, age, exposure, and even social identity. And I want in my future classroom, I plan to use what I learned from this book by combining formal instruction with real-life communicative activities. For example, I'll give my students chances to speak freely, do role play, and interact with authentic materials like videos or songs, because this book emphasizes that interaction and meaningful input are key to successful language learning. Also, I'll remember that learners bring different L1 backgrounds, so I need to be patient and understand the influence of their first language on their second. And there is the most surprising part for me from this book. It was the discussion on the critical period hypothesis. It suggests that children have a natural ability to acquire language that begins to decline after puberty. That really hit me because I realized how difficult it's for adults to sound native, like in a second language, no matter how much they try. It made me reflect on the importance of early exposure and the value of encouraging bilingualism from a young age. And also, there's one thing I learned from this book was the difference between linguistic competence and communicative competence. Before reading this, I thought language learning was all about grammar and vocabulary, then it's done. But the book showed me that knowing a language also means understanding how to use it in social context, knowing when to say things, how to be polite, or how culture shape communication. Overall, this book really helps me grow as a future educator. It doesn't just give theories, it helps me think like a teacher. Now I understand that no single method fits all learners. Instead, I need to be flexible, aware of students' background, and ready to integrate language, culture, and identity into my teaching. So, if you're planning to become a language teacher like me, or you just want to understand how second languages are learned, I highly recommend this book because it's easy to follow, packed with insights, and super relevant for today's classroom. So that's the review from this book for me. Thanks for watching my video. If you found this review helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. See you next time. Bye!